Right, let's find out. Oh, okay. Something terrible happened, and that is we ran out of groundwater. We should be okay with the pipes we've currently got. I imagine things will be okay. At this point, I guess... I mean, we're up to 900. Let's see. Low supply of copper. That's very not good. Why? Okay, I think we need a couple more trucks here. And possibly a few more excavators as well. Do not need you to dig too much there. I can have you dig there. Again, ultimately we'll strip all of that down when digging deeper down, like we'll undermine it. Well, not undermine it, but it will all collapse down in time. Let's have a look at the copper mine. Oh, yes, so it does. Thank you very much for that. You're quite right. It did need to be a bit adjusted. We'll see. Hopefully they can get in there a little bit more. Ideally like to see all of these focusing on copper veins, but they appear to not care. Scallywags. Oh! Result! Yes! It is decided that that is the best place to mine copper, which is correct. Thank you very much. Some more fuel gas. Some not fuel gas. How's the naphtha going at the moment? Not really. Bit of a concern. Not gonna lie. Gradually hemorrhaging Unity. Part of it is, and when we've not got enough maintenance, even with that, it's partially because we're just not producing enough steel. What priority does this have? It's got priority 3, so I am worried about that actually. What I need is to be able to pull more in. More Unity in. Okay, so that doesn't need to be running at full whack. So pull that down a little bit. Nor does this. Pull that down a little bit. Next, I kind of would like to explore this village, see what they've got. Let us hope that readjusts. I hate to insist, but concerning the lab equipment, I was talking about the T2 yellow ones that are joining right before the T3. Oh, I do apologize. Let's have a look. Oh, you are quite correct. Yeah, you are quite correct. Thank you very much for catching that. I am so sorry, Hickson. I completely misunderstood what you were referring to. Thank you very much for keeping going with trying to get my attention on the right thing. Thank you. That really helped. Okay, hooray. Let's get back to town and let's have a look at you. Okay, so they will trade for electronics. They will also trade for medical supplies. I mean, they trade a lot for it, but still. Not terrible. Glass or coal. Not bad. You can also trade for limestone. Okay. Right, that's actually not bad either. This one we can trade for crude. This one we can trade cement for coal. That one doesn't have any orders, nor does that one really. Battle this place, so we might as well, I suppose. Things going over here. It's slow going, honestly, but I'm kind of feeling like removing this to focus on this section for now. Let's just try and get that properly fleshed out. I'm very, very concerned about the maintenance, though. Okay, so the problem here is that to unity these, kind of need to unity the whole thing. Anything else I can draw down? Food saver I could pull down on, I guess. Fuel saver I could also pull off. Let's see how we do with no food saver on. Get back. We're getting desperately low. But we have effectively doubled the speed at which we process this. So. Oh, crap. Oh, I don't really want to use all this, but I guess. So that will be a pretty big unity sink if we've got homeless people. Sadly. So let's go ahead and get that sorted. Now, this can house 230 people. This can house 130 people. If I was to also upgrade this and then strip this one away, I might be able to build something in the middle which would help with maintenance costs. Have a look at that, I suppose, but... Because someone mentioned that the statue will help with maintenance. Does anyone have info on that? We're doing for water. 150 of 160. Why? All that we need is 122.6. I mean, you should have it. I think it's under research. Oh, is it? Statue of maintenance. Yeah, there we are. That requires electronic maintenance. Right, okay, so that is not something that will help us. There is heavy oil cracking, though, that we could get down to, which would allow us to get a little bit more fuel gas, but only with some hydrogen. We need the following. What do we need for nuclear energy? Oh, right. That's probably going to be a specific... Oh, let's... well, the edict wouldn't help us, I suppose. Maybe chemical plant 2 would be useful. But I think right now we're just going to get mega vehicles and then we're going to stop the draw there. Electricity isn't high enough. Is it just that this could not allow enough through? Ah, 120 of 120. Right. Okay, so basically the population is sufficient now that I need to have additional facilities to move it. That's what I'm assuming is the case. Which is fine. I can easily manage that. What does this think? It's just something you don't want. Nobody would like to live in a dystopian future where there is no individual choices, right? Where is that discussion coming from? My lord. Now, I'm hopeful to see that water is now... I'm getting the most out of it, but it still seems to be fairly low. Still haven't got enough maintenance. Right, no more research selected. Gonna pause this, which should give us a bit more unity. And hopefully... the two of these running, our population will get all the water they want. Yeah, maybe it needs to be supplied for a certain period before it starts to add to the unity. The thing is, I was of the impression that you didn't actually need additional devices set up for it. Like, I can't see why I would need multiple transformers. Chat, could anyone confirm that? Because honestly, wasting the maintenance on a second one of these if I don't need it would suck. You don't need the second. Okay, thank you very much for that, chat. But mega vehicles have been finished, which means that now... my lord. This thing is huge. It's really expensive too. I disapprove. I do not want a huge, expensive thing, please. I want a huge but cheap thing. That would be ideal. Doing with diesel. We're not doing amazingly well. Okay. Right, well, we need to work out how we can resolve this, because currently this is getting worse, not better. Copper, there is copper flowing in, so that's fine. There's loads of copper available. I'm having to use Unity to boost a bunch of stuff. In terms of, I mean, there's a lot of iron available. I could, if need be, have them switch between recipes as it's available to them. It might be worth me doing. Actually, let's cancel that and build a larger one. Iron, keep full. Don't export. I will want a flat balancer. At least this will keep maintenance being supplied. No, I actually do kind of want this to be Unity built. The rest can be pulled away though. Prefer to take the steel if it's available. Yeah, and Unity build all of that as well. At least this will keep materials flowing. That's the main thing that we need there. This also needs to be a priority 3, much like the steel. And all of these need to make sure that steel is the higher priority. And make it out of steel, they really, really should. Okay. Groundwater's not great. Can't store all the corn after harvest. Well, I mean, maybe I should try doing something cool, because we're getting that notification a lot. What could we do with it? I could mill it. I could use cooking oil to make snacks. I'd need plastic for that, though. Could start growing wheat. Turn the wheat into flour. Then bake the wheat into bread. I mean, that would provide a pretty chunky amount of food. And it's not like we're not hurting for that a little bit. These can also process excess wheat. For some reason it can't get rid of the fuel gas though. Oh, there we go. This can burn, I believe, animal feed? Yes, it can. Alright. Well, I see no reason not to set that up a little bit. Right, so this can come down, and we want that to ignore. Come on. Yep. Cross. There we go. And in. This should be set up for animal feed. However, I don't want imports. I just want this to be automatic. This is not flowing well. Oh, we definitely actually do need more of these. Holy crap. We legitimately have backstuffed. Okay. I mean, that's kind of good. Right, so let's sort this out then. This whole branch there, this whole branch there. Let's remove that. And from about there down along to here. Let's get rid of all of that. Unity, remove it. We are going to move quite a lot of this around. We're also going to need to get rid of this. Would very much like to replace these as well. There's a lot of potential extra power there. Done. Right, this can be taken through. This can be taken through to about here, I guess. Oh, wrong way. My bad. And down. And all the way along. Why is that? Ah, right, of course. I need to tell it very explicitly not to worry about connecting. Done, done, and done. I want another one, possibly another two, I would say. You're producing that much. Kind of might want to move this down further. Or remove it altogether. I absolutely could, in fact. That way I could just keep expanding that outwards. Because realistically, most things that want to go down here want to go but there. So, yeah. I'm going to move that too. Up we go, and along, and up we go, and along. Got some positive unity, so let's get all of that made quickly. Cross. Now, in terms of how far along we want this to go, let's see how far the last one would be able to fit in. Okay, actually, we'd be able to do the whole bloody lot. Wow. Kind of amazed by that, not gonna lie. Right, let's get this done. But other than that, should be good. I'll hook those up as and when I need them to be hooked up. But yeah, our food supply is becoming a bit of a concern. So, how do we hook all of this up? Well, we would need the flour into the mill. It's easy enough, and that would produce animal feed. And then the flour and some water into a baking unit. Not a bacon unit, sadly. I'm sorry if I got your hopes up. Problem is I'm not able to get all the taters in there because of the at the rate that the corn is being used. I can see why this is perhaps not a sufficient system right now, because taters are just being dumped. Like entire crops of taters are being dumped because I can't store corn. How would we go about fixing that? Not even sure. For now, though, let's just set up the mill. So the mill will be something like this, I would imagine. I would produce 16. If I have this, how much would wheat produce? That wheat produces quite a lot. Let's say 3 mills for now. Of course I'll notice Duffelfish. Just because I don't respond to you doesn't mean I'm not paying attention to you. One, 2, and 3. Now what I would like, what I would love, is to have a flat sorter. Actually, I'm going to need a U-shaped sorter. Oh, to pop one there. Problem is I don't think, yeah, that wouldn't really work. Unless... delete this route. Quickly get that out of the way. U-shaped sorter. I want this to take out the wheat. It's a little bit clumsy, I know, but it will at least work. Deliver. I want this to isolate wheat specifically. And oh, yeah, this is actually getting very tight. Yeah, okay. That was not my smartest move, if I'm honest. So I have to delete that all again. The water pipe being elevated works. However, the rest of this does need to go back a bit further. Let's give myself plenty of room. Let's pop it there. First thing is I'm using a bit Unity to do this. Alright, let's have a look at the mine designations and where they are, what they're doing. All going okay so far. Right. Now then, I do require a U-shaped sorter. That does need to be here or there, somewhere like that. It does need to sort wheat. The wheat needs to be sorted thusly. And all the way down to here. And the water needs to go that far and then down. There we go. Now the reason why we need this balancer there is I want it to go here, but if there is not enough wheat, it needs to rejoin this line. If there's not enough room to use it, it needs to go back into the system. The reason for that is because it is very good for being burnt off. In fact, I'm going to say it's probably one of the better things for being burnt off. So let's pop that all the way up there. This should be set up for wheat. Now, in terms of animal feed, I straight up want animal feed to just be taken down here. Over to about here and then down. And it can be really finicky sometimes. It's almost like lag. Right, there we go. Now, as for the bread needs to be taken back. But how many loaves is it going to make? Well, it's going to make more than, potentially more than, oh, actually, no, I need to, why was I putting water in there? Ah, I'm such a dummy. I remembered that I needed water for something, but it wasn't for this. We're going to need food, baking unit. We'll need water and flour. Now these can use 16 flour. These produce 16 flour, so I will need 3 of them. And here we will need... Yeah, it's only 16 flour. This is 24 flour, so I can get away with a regular flat conveyor. Sure that all of these are allowed. And that animal feed is above coal. That animal feed does have a priority over coal being pulled in. All right. Bit of a pain in the bum setup, but so far, so not so bad. Finally, I'm going to say that this is what we're going to want to store bread. And we are going to want a fairly expensive conveyor belt to convey it to its destination. We're going to have to snake around to get through. Finally, after a long travel, we are at our destination. There we go. Okay, time to add the unlock these in order. Cool. It's going to take a little bit to get all of that up and running. In the meanwhile, need to add in wheat. Okay. 4.3 every 60 seconds. I mean, that's actually kind of bad. It means that all of them together are only just going to be going through one of them. And the fertility equilibrium is half. So, I mean, with all of them together, probably 2 at most. So, for that reason, I'm going to pause the middle one. Don't need it active. In fact, we don't need that one active either, realistically speaking. We'll just bring one online at a time. I will get all of the pipe work in, sure, but the rest does not need to be done. Okay. The issue here is that I can't actually do anything with corn other than feed it to all of this. Can I burn off ethanol? Can, but I really don't want to. Am I going to block the storage again with wheat? No, it's running on a separate line. Wheat itself? Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm not really sure, honestly. It's completely chocolate. Oh my lord, that's why. Let's get those built quickly. I could burn the ethanol. That's a good point, actually. For the time being, that might be the best thing to do with it. Okay. Well, in that case, let's go with a double ramp. Frustratingly, I don't think that's gonna... I think I would have needed to have expanded that out a little bit more. Let's have a look. Can I run a pipe underneath? No. But that's okay. I can always run the pipe above. That wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Yeah, that definitely needs to be a priority. Yeah, ethanol eventually goes to the production of medical supplies. It's a sterilizing agent, basically. Good suggestion on the ethanol. I really should have considered that a while ago. Probably make that a priority and we'll have the ethanol come in on that side. Need to make sure that all of these are allowed to use it. I would prefer to use the fuel gases available though. By the way, the game really well handles multiple recipes in a single machine with mixed inputs. Like, for example, a single gas boiler burning everything. Set input priority via pipe balancers and feed all your excess flammables into a bank of gas boilers set to burn all the things. Yeah, no, exactly. It's actually very, very good. And I need a little bit more time to get that done. That's very precarious. I'm greatly disliking the speed by which all of this is going, though. I mean, they are eating the corn, thankfully, but... damn. This will be set up for bread. Full. And... huh. Actually, would that be wise? Maybe I should have a second one so that I can ensure that the meat gets in there. Damn, I didn't consider that. Because as it is, it would be quite possible for the meat not to feed in. The other thing I could do is have this. Go over like that and feed in twice as much corn. But it wouldn't really help me in any way. I suppose the other thing is that I could have the bread feed in there, but I'm a bit worried about that, honestly. Guess we could see how it goes, but there is a potential for this to clog it up. So what I would need is a balancer to try and give equal priority. Wherever possible. I'm not going to waste the Unity. We're a bit shy right now. Okay. System is set up. Ready to roll. Now we're just waiting, I guess. To build that? No, still building.